You are looking live at a daily chart of the Nasdaq. Today is Monday, July 15th. The Nasdaq closed up 74 points today, or 0.4%, a little lighter than the average daily volume. The index is now trading above its moving averages. It's 1% above its 10, 2.6% above its 21, and 6.9% above this 50 simple moving average. So today was, the old okey doke again, the rope-a-dope, but it's still closed higher. If I just go to the 5-minute chart, you can see how it charged out of the gate here. Looked like it was going to take out that old 18,671 from July 11th here, but it didn't. It ran up and then, sold off, didn't want to take out that old high and sold off into the close. And we see this a lot on Monday morning where it ramps up and then sells off. But it was still up 74 points today. It's just, you can see here on the daily here how it made that, was the high of what, 655 on the 10th, and then went a little higher on the 11th, 671. Pull back to the 10, found support, and just kind of going sideways here within that bar of this day. So, which was what, Thursday when they had that reversal. Yeah, so it's gotten most of it back since that reversal day, but today it looked like it was going to trade through that and just pulled back a little bit. Got a little scared of heights there. Anyway, the Nasdaq looks fine. We know the stocks that drive the Nasdaq. I do want to discuss the Russell 2000 a little bit. This is a stronger index. You can see how it's just, driving through its moving averages. This is Thursday, Friday. Now today follows through again, up 38 points or 1.8%. So this is definitely the stronger index. The IWM is the ETF, shows the volume here. Heavy volume move, trading higher. Now, I like the 3 times leverage, and I talked to people on my website about the fact that I want to see it drive through that 43.84 or the 44 level, and that's what it did today. So to me, that's a confirmation of the move with volume here. So if you take a look at the weekly on this TNA, you can see it's been a long time since it's made this move, and now it's breaking out above that level, and the volume's coming in. So I'm going to get to some of those small cap stocks once again, as I have in the past. But I'm going to start with, the Mag 7, which are, kind of like a flight to safety. And Apple had data today about their phones, strong sales. But, you just got to wait for the report on August 1st. I don't believe any of this stuff until we hear it from the CEO. But Apple's definitely in a, confirmed uptrend, very strong uptrend, made a new high today at 237. So Apple shareholders are very happy. Microsoft just kind of flat on the session. Yeah, pulled back to its 21, doing nothing wrong, but kind of stalling ahead of earnings. That's what I want to see ahead of earnings. I don't want to see it ramping up and making new highs, because then the likelihood of a, buy the rumor, sell the news event is a little stronger. So a little pullback ahead of earnings. Maybe they deliver strong earnings and raise guidance, and it can make new highs. So Microsoft still looks good heading into their earnings report on the 23rd. Hey man, you got to really pay attention when these earnings are. This is Google. Once again, earnings on the 23rd, which is next Tuesday. Similar to Microsoft, but a little stronger as it's pulled back to its 10, just holding its 10, but off of its highs and just kind of going sideways, only 2.7% off its highs. But pull back a little bit as we head into earnings. Amazon, we had trouble with that 200 level. They report on the 25th, so that would be next Thursday. It's pulled back to its 21, doing nothing wrong. I mean, it's near that old buy point. I mean, if you're in a long time Amazon holder, it's not that big a deal, right? And if you even got it here before it hit this consolidation, anywhere along this run or in this consolidation here where it traded tight along the moving averages within the base, you're fine. You can hold through earnings, but trying to buy it right now as it's approaching 200, it's going to need a data point, a catalyst, and earnings is likely to be it. Speaking of finding resistance at the round numbers, Meta Platforms is really having trouble with that 500 number. They don't report till the 31st, so the catalyst might not come for a little while, or it might trade higher with the other Mag 7 stocks reporting. But yeah, that's really having trouble at the 500 level. Tesla got a boost today. You know, it sold off. I expected it to have more of a sell-off. It's just a one-day sell-off, right? After this big run, it just sold off one day, hit its 10 and then found support. That was Friday, the red to green day. We could find this on the yeah, here on this, where it opened gap lower and then found its footing. Buyers came in and then gapped up again today. So Tesla looks pretty strong on the daily. And the last one is NVIDIA. I got a lot of questions about NVIDIA, and is it dead money? Should I sell it? It's just, it had a big move and it's just digesting gains. It's the king of AI, and if AI revolution is a new bull market, then this is going to be a leader. It's just not going to go up every day or every week or even every month for you. You just have to be patient and hold this one, and the story hasn't changed. So, you just hold this thing. I think, still think it's under owned, and I think it's going higher, but it's, like I said, it's not going to go higher every day or every week or even every month for you. So you have to be patient here, just digesting this big move. So yeah, NVIDIA looks fine as long as it trades above these moving averages. You can see, making these higher lows here as it trades along. So that's kind of what you want to see in a trend, right? In a digestion. So it's just making higher lows as it trades higher. All right, I have to get to Broadcom because I had to do a double take today. I looked at it, I said, it's only $171. What a steal. They split 10 for 1. And if we take a look at I don't know if they've updated this here, 460 million shares in the float. I don't know if they've, I'll have to look into that. I don't know if Market Surge has updated that. But anyway, this is one of the big, mega cap stocks. Yeah, this is all messed up. It's like 800 billion. So anyway, I don't think Market Surge has gotten to change the data on this. But once again, like NVIDIA, it ran up and now it's pulling back and making higher highs, and that's the higher lows definition of an uptrend, and higher highs. It just hasn't made a newer high here recently. But if this trend continues, it will make a new high. Just got to be patient. Once again, this has had a big move. And it added extra supply to the stock, so that might weigh on it in the short term. AMD got upgraded today. Thought it was going to move, but nope, this thing's going to do whatever it wants to do. They have earnings on the 30th. I got to check Broadcom. I don't think Broadcom reports for a while. Yeah, the 29th. So AMD, the 30th, just forming the right side of the base, traded through its moving averages, allowing the moving averages to catch up now. Pretty basic stuff. ARM had a nice breakout, and this one pulled back too. You can see it hit the 177, then pulled back to a moving average and ramped higher, and now pulled back to the 10. So to me, this one looks good as well. I wouldn't be buying it here just yet, but if it pulled back a little more, I'd be interested. Okay, that's it for the semiconductors. I'm going to move on because there's a lot going on today. SMCI, this is the old rope-a-dope, okey-doke. It opened, I think it's going into the Nasdaq 100. And just because a stock is entering an index is no reason to buy a stock. If they have strong earnings and raised guidance and business is booming, that's a reason to buy. But just because it's going into an index, this is to retail folks pushing it up in the morning. Guess what? The pros sell to them. See this all the time. It's don't chase this stuff. It's still forming a base. I like it. I like it above 900. I think it's gonna take out the 972 and the 1014 real soon. But you just got to be patient. They report earnings August 6th, allegedly here. We'll see about that. But these earnings reports are all coming right around the corner, and that's what's going to move the stocks, and not going into an index. Anyway, don't fall for that okey doke rope-a-dope stuff. Vertiv, once again, this one is down. This one has sellers here. It's you can see it rallied up to its moving average, and then got stopped out. I like it above it, but it can't get above it, at least not this time. So it wants to continue to form the right side of this base. This has a double bottom, pattern type of look to it here, where it made a low, tried to rally up, and then made another low there. And now it's just kind of, I don't know, just forming the right side of the base. They have earnings on the 24th. So we're gonna know soon enough, right? How the business is doing and if this story is still intact. Dell, another one of these hardware names, data center hardware, just traded below its 50 today, which is not good, but it's not the end of the world. Yeah, it's 2.8% below the 50. So I'm going to watch that, see if it can rally back through there. MU, Micron did the same thing as a lot of these, opened higher. The old okey doke was up to 135 and then closed at, 130. So just don't fall for that, man. I talk about it all the time. It's a Monday morning gaps. And what's really going on is the rotation of the small caps and mid caps from the larger caps like Micron and like SMCI and like NVDA and Amazon and Meta. So it doesn't take much selling in these big cap stocks to fuel some of these small caps that I'm going to get to here in a minute. Anyway, I have to recognize that the Bitcoin and the digital currency markets turned around over the weekend, and CLSK hit that low here, and then it rallied a little bit on Friday and moved to its moving averages here today. So that's a really strong move with volume here. It was up 17% with volume. Now it's 13% above its 10 EMA already. So yeah, just acknowledging the move. I'm not buying crypto right now. Another one is MSTR, another crypto name, just rallied through the lows here and through its 50. It's kind of to me it's hard. I want confirmation in my stocks. I don't want to be guessing the bottoms. And so you might say that today it broke above a trend downtrending line, so might be actionable there for MSTR. I do like the the larger names, the liquid names. Coinbase, I think over the longer term, this one's going to be a big winner. It's just kind of hard to trade shorter term. Where's the bottom coming in? And it was trading with the price of Bitcoin, which had been slumping recently, but this one, breaking out today again. So 11% move, not bad. For Coinbase, Hood is another one that's been acting a little stronger in this digital currency market. Just pull back to its 21 and bounce, 7.5% today. So that's a nice move as well. In the crypto names, I had a bunch of oil and gas stocks written down because I had a feeling that they're going to rotate into these, and these are still setting up in basis. Some have broken out, but I'm going to start with Viper Energy, VNOM. VNOM has a little bite to it now. You see, it's trading tight within the base here along the moving average. That's why I put on the ready list. It was up 3% today. Following a move higher, it's shown the ability to move 29 to 41, forms this base, and now it's got the standard buy point there. But I like them trading tight within the base, so that's why I put it on my ready list. FANG's another one that I like. So if you have FANG and you have VNOM in your FANGs, you got a nice little snake trade here. This one was up 3%. I was going to put this one on the ready list too. I'm kicking myself again today because I had 4 oil and gas stocks to put on. I only put the one on, I think. I don't think I put FANG on, but you can see the pretty pronounced cup with handle. That's a pretty chart there, and a breakout today. Still actionable, so I'll put this one on tomorrow. I'd rather have it lower, but if it's going to make a move, I don't think it's too late to get it here. I mean, sure, you would like to get it at 203 on Friday, or even, lower today at 205, but it's 210 now. And if it goes, 10% move up to 230, I mean, we'll take it if it wants to do that. So, yeah, it's consolidated in a nice cup shape pattern there. It looks pretty good to me. A couple other ones that I like in the groups of oil and gas. This is an equipment play. This is a Weatherford, and you can see why I like this one because it already started to show, it's first of all, it's got the cup with handle, and it started to move last Thursday when the index sold off. This was higher, and then Friday traded nicely, but it was 3.5% above its 10, and today ramped nearly 4%. Still actionable, but getting stretched here. And so I don't like to chase, so it makes it a difficult decision for me, but I do like Weatherford. You know, if it wants to run to 150 or even 140, I'd take a trade 132 to 140, wouldn't you? I think you would. And the last one is a FTI. Another one that, you know, set up nicely in consolidation, trading tight within the base, supported by the moving average. Pull back here on Friday. I don't know why I didn't put this one on my list. I just drawn a blank. So anyway, it was up 6% today. Still actionable, but you know, like I said, you'd rather have it here, you know, at 27 than, you know, 28, 28. So I still think it's actionable. And so these might appear on my ready list. That's a nice breakout, you know, from that move. And if it wants to move 10% higher, I think you'll take it. You know, if it wants to go to 31 or $32, that would be nice. All right, a couple of the insurance names. Pretty sure I put this one on our ready list. Once again, you know, forming a base, trading tight within the base, and now made a nice move today. Still has that. I had an early entry buy point on this one. This is Jackson. I forget. I got so much chicken scratch here. 77.32. Now it's at 81. Still actionable at the 81.52, but you know, you want to get them lower. But you know, this is just the rotation, part of the rotation game, right? A 6 billion market cap name, and you know, it's just the way the market is. You be flexible. You got to be open minded. You got to have the ability to adjust and not just sit there. Depending upon what type of trader you are, you have to know who you are. This game and the market will teach you who you are, you know, as for your personality. Like if you can't stand sitting there and waiting in a stock like Amazon or Meta, then and you want the action every day, then you have to trade into these small cap. If you're a longer term investor and just sitting, you want to go golf, fish, or whatever, spend time with your family at the beach, you know, you can sit in NVIDIA and Meta and Amazon, you can sleep well at night. Anyway, it's just who you are as a person and what your style is. This is a PLMR, 2 billion market cap, just showing this one, just acknowledging the strength. I didn't put it on my red list, I don't think. Just, you know, it's still in a base, still actionable, and it's showing strength within the base. So that one looks good. Whenever I show insurance stocks, I have to go to Bros. Not Bros, not the drink, BRO, Brown and Brown. This one's a lot larger. This is 26 billion market cap, but you can see the strength here, supported at moving averages. Yeah, pull back a little today, but the insurance stocks are strong once again. I'm just going to quickly go through some names that I had here on my ready list recently, and this is software group, Zscaler. Still, I like it above 200. It's just building the right side of the base, so I don't expect a breakout anytime soon, but I am intrigued by this move here. You could even call this one a double bottom. It's just making a nice round base, though. You know, you could say, well, it made a low here, then rallied up, then made another low, and now it's rallying up. But you know, you can also just say hey, it's just consolidating here in a base. It's going to take some time. There's your standard buy point. It's going to take a while to get back above the 259 level. Just depends on your time frame and how you look at it. But I still like CrowdStrike, Zscaler. You know, the Google is in talks, I guess. There's rumors that they're going to buy Wiz for like 23,000 billion. This is 2024, not the 1950s. We're talking billions now. CrowdStrike, you know, traded below its 21. It did try to recapture its moving averages today and just stalled out there at the 10, and it's barely above the 21. So you can see those two moving averages are converging, and that indicates just a sideways trade for a long time for CrowdStrike. Palo Alto Networks, another one of these software names. Cup with handle, this one's going to take time. You can see it's got this nice handle that it's making here in this base, and it just needs a catalyst to move higher. That's an awkward looking base due to its earnings sell-off. All right. Am I through with this group? No, I have a couple other ones in the software. Datadog looks pretty good to me. Pulling back to a moving average, finding support, just consolidating within its base. CORZ. My trader friends bought this one today. I think I had it on the ready list last week. Didn't have a great week. I took it off. I should have left it on, but yeah, it's still Still looks good. It's got that high tide flag look to it. And if it wants to break above the new highs, it's probably going to go higher. So 1127 was the high today. I look for it to take that out this week, later this week. CORZ looks pretty good. All right. I think I'm going to stop there and move on. I'm not going to do the drug stocks today, except for I lie. I just have a couple I want to show you. 3 billion in mid small cap stock, just showing super strength there. This is ADMA. And they raised guidance recently, and you can see how many weeks it's been up in a row. Just a phenomenal, strong stock. And this is EBS, Emergent Biosolutions. Boy, they have a new CEO, and this is a turnaround story, and it certainly has turned the stock around. Somebody's buying this name, and I know it's only $11 stock, but and it's it's less than 600 million market cap, so it's a tiny one, but you cannot deny the strength here. But when a stock's 23% above its 10 EMA, excuse me, that's not a typo, is it? 23% above its 10 EMA, that's way too hot. And it just needs a little time to allow this 10 and the 21 to catch up a little bit. But you can see the relative strength line just heading due north. This one is a really strong biotech. INSM in SMED. This is another one, a little larger, 12 billion market cap, and just showing strength here. Broke out, pulled back to moving average. Phenomenal strength. And then TGTX. This is going to need. I just showing the base here. This is starting to consolidate within the base. Looks pretty good, but it's going to need a data point, some earnings and sales growth to kick the shorts to cover. So. Anyway, that's it for that group. I have to go to the retail group. Retail's been pretty weak. It's hit and miss, but there's a lot of stocks that are not doing well. Deckers is, I think the selling was overdone in this. Now it's starting to get some traction, but this move on, was it Wednesday? 4%. Then on Thursday, the index was down. Friday, it gained a little bit back. Announced a 6-for-1 stock split and was up fractionally today. But on the weekly, you can see it's 19% below its this high here, and sold off all these weeks in a row because Nike, can't catch a break, or Nike's not executing. Nike 42% off its 52-week high. But you would think at some point Wall Street would figure it out that Nike's losing market share to Deckers, and Deckers should be rewarded. But you just got to wait for the earnings report and let them prove themselves. Like if you're from Missouri, you got to show me, right? So Deckers has to show that they're taking market share again. I don't think anything's changed in this business with On Holdings and Deckers taking market share from Nike. This one is On Holdings below its 50 here, and they don't report till August. Deckers reports next week, I believe, yeah, the 25th. So it won't be long now before we're hearing from Deckers management how they're kicking Nike. I'll be nice. They're just taking market share from Nike. How about that? All right. I've got to get to some of I was going to do the home builders. I'm just going to go to, some of these small cap bank stocks, because people are wondering, like, what do I, they want to own the small caps, but they don't want to take the risk. And so maybe you should just buy an index fund like I showed earlier. Or, you could take a swing at some of these bank stocks. They're showing strength. Or some of the biotech stocks that I showed, they're just a little extender. This is HTLF, Heartland Financial. Showed this last week and on the weekend and again today. I mean, this thing just broke out. It's trading higher. I mean, there's nothing to say here. There's nothing to do. I wouldn't buy it up here, but I'm just acknowledging that, this is where the strength lies. What was it? NBHC. You can tell I'm not familiar with these names, but just acknowledging the strength here. This is another small cap, 1.6 billion, just soaring higher. So yeah, if you don't want to take have the exposure to an individual stock, then you have to go the exchange traded fund route. This is Ions. This is a little larger one, 7 billion. This one broke out last Thursday, inside day Friday, and another nice move today. To me, that one's still actionable if you look at the weekly, because it just broke out. So it should move a little higher, but man, these are strong. WAL, this one was hit during the last March, I believe, when Silicon Valley had its problems. But once again, 7 billion market cap, broke out of this cup with handle. It's getting extended now. And then IBCP, this is the Michigan one, real thinly traded, small 600 million stock, but broke out and is trading higher. So, we'll take 5%, right? I just showed those because I wanted to let people know, that this is the rotation that we're seeing. And if you're stuck in stocks like, Meta and Amazon, they're not going anywhere and you're getting frustrated. You can make a switch. Um, or you could just take a little swing at an ETF and just try to play it that way. That's up to your own personality. I wanted to go to a screen here, a new stock screen, and just kind of show, I'll just call it for small caps, right? Or mid caps too. And just kind of screen a little bit on margins and ratios. No, what am I talking about? Shares and holdings, shares outstanding. You don't want them too small, as far as shares outstanding. Maybe I'll go 500. Because the small cap stocks are, a little bit smaller. Market cap, we're just going to go, I don't know, 1.5 to maybe 5, something like that. So that'll cut it down. Then we can go to price and sales because you need to have some, and one thing I don't like an ETF. So I'm not going to include ETFs in here. And I do have to have some sales. Let's call 20% in sales. They don't have to have earnings, but at least some sales. So they're not just fly-by nights, okay? So let's see what we have here. And you know what I'm going to do also on the price? I'm going to go to like $10. So we have 26 stocks here, and that one went to nothing. I'm going to have to cut this tape. You know what I did is, okay, sales really killed this thing, well, here are just some stocks. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go to a new screen because, or I just have to get some new criteria here. Price, I do like $10 stocks. Okay, so, and I don't like, maybe that's just too much there. Market cap, let's knock it down so we can get some more stocks in here, right? 41 stocks. Maybe the sales is too much. I don't know. How about 10%? You guys live with that? 10%. I just want some sales. I don't want just a fly by night like a Viking, which is totally speculative that has no sales. Anyway, I can go through some of these stocks. These are pretty small market caps. Maybe I should increase the market cap. What do you think? Yeah, we get more stocks in there that way. All right, so a little larger market cap here, and this is 584 now. So now I can do something like, because I like some sales, so I'm going to increase the sales to 20% of sales 2 quarters in a row, which is not asking too much. And then for the price, $10 stocks, so you get 277 stocks. So you can kind of sift through there. You can start there at 277, right? And then kind of whittle your way down and kind of see what you like. There's ADMA, that's one that I showed earlier. A small cap that's just okay. You can't buy that. It's just ripping too much. ALAR is a software security name. Sliced its 50 recently. So this is what I do on the weekends and at night when I don't have anything else to do is I look for small cap stocks. Oh, you know what I needed? Oh man, what a dummy I am. I need to put that they're above their 21, like 1% above the 21, and then you'll get some more stocks that kind of apply to what we like, something like Appfolio, above the 21. So that was my mistake. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a video and just kind of screen for small cap and mid cap stocks above their 21 with some sales. How about that? So I'm going to end there today. And in the honor of the great Steve Jobs, I'm just going to say, the home builders. One more thing, the home builder stocks, which I wanted to get to earlier. They were strong, they're rate sensitive. This is KBH, which broke out of above its 50 simple moving average, had an inside day today. Not bad. Builder First Source was sold off hard. I think people were getting, tired of it and giving up on it. It's dead. And now it's trying to rally through. So keep an eye on that one. That one looks pretty good as well. I know DR Horton was kind of down today a little bit. Yeah, but it had a nice move. So it's consolidating within that base. Lennar, yeah, they're trying to move as the rates kind of go lower. So anyway, that is it for me now. And I will make that video and post it later on, and how to screen for small and mid cap stocks above their 21 EMA with some sales. Anyway, thank you for watching. Tomorrow's another day. And at mcstockcharts.com, we never give up.